Hi everybody, good afternoon. Well, depending on where you are in the world, good afternoon. It's kind of lunchtime here in the UK. And it's been a while since I've been live on my YouTube, and finally I had time to do it. And I really feel like I'm hearing that definitely within my friends, but also out in the wider world, that a lot of people are feeling very, very overwhelmed. And one of the things that I find really, really helpful is when we actually come into our center and we actually remember who we are and we connect in to our own GPS. The reason why we feel overwhelmed, if we ever feel overwhelmed in our life, the reason why is because we are in our ego human. And our ego human is the part of us that has all the thoughts, all the fears, and all the parts of us that we have to know what's going to happen next. So when we come into our higher self, our inner guidance, the part of us that has all the answers and wisdom, and the part of us that is always connected to the bigger part of us, which is our soul, then this physical world is much easier to navigate. So I'm going to talk to you for a little bit, but I would really like to take you on a journey and a meditation today where we can come into the silence, we can come into a process where we can connect in with our higher self and just for a few moments actually experience an inner knowing without the mind, without the chatter and the clutter of the mind. How does that sound to you? So, if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for sharing and liking and subscribing and all that malarkey, and hit the notification bell so that it says all. And then what happens is whenever I go live or whenever I upload a new video, and I upload a new video every single Friday, which is called 5 Minute Frequency Tune Up, and we get 5 minutes together, or between 4 and 7, sometimes slightly longer, where we actually do a process together and the guides will come in. So I'm known as a spiritual scientist, and that is because I blend my science background with the fact that I'm a channel. And just recently, my channeling has really stepped up, and I have had this real calling to share more of my galactic channel with you. So I'll be sharing that on my 5 minute frequencies. And on this part of my channel, I'll be taking you through processes where you can really feel empowered and you can really connect to that part of you that has all the wisdom. I think that sometimes we look outside of ourselves for the answers. And that's not to say that we don't need facilitators. You know, we absolutely need facilitators, but we don't need someone to tell us what to do. And I think this is what we are learning and experiencing, or remembering, I should say, rather than learning. We're, we're remembering that because we are here at this time of incredible ascension, we chose to be here at this time. And so we knew that it was not going to be a walk in the park. We knew that it was going to be reflecting back to us. So the fears, the doubts, the wars, the traumas, the personal situations, the money, all of that stuff, we knew that that would be reflected back to us depending on what our frequency was. And I really feel, as I said, that connecting in with your higher consciousness and your higher self is the true key to living in that ease and grace. Okay? Because if we're in our head, we're just in our thoughts and we're not in that true divinity that we are. So I'm just going to go onto my YouTube channel on my phone and just see if anyone is live. Because if you're live, I would love it if you would say hello. Hi Mary, hi Mary, lovely, lovely to have you here. I appreciate that it's quite early in America, so I think that probably a lot of people aren't awake yet in the stateside, and many of my clients and my members are actually in the States, and so you might get this on a replay. Let me know when you comment whether this is a replay or whether this is, you're watching me live. And I will reply to every comment. I read every comment, and I'll either reply with a heart, which tells you I've read your comment, or if I have something to say, I will say it. But I really appreciate all your comments. I read every single one of them. So thank you so much for that. So before we get into the meditation and before we get into this space where you can really come home, I just want to tell you that we have a channeling class that we're running at the moment, and it's a 9-week channeling class. It's full and it's closed right now, but I'm telling you about it because each week what we're doing is we're connecting with an ascended master or a galactic council. So it's not, if you haven't done channeling before, it's really for those that work with their guides and understand that relationship with your guides. So this week, last Monday, actually Melchizedek came in, and Melchizedek very strongly is letting us know at the moment that he is very, very in touch with us and really guiding us, and he oversees everything that is happening in the universe and the multiverse, and which we are part of. And I really feel strongly that if you can connect with him, maybe in this process in a moment, if he comes into you, or if you get a sense of that, if you can connect with him, then I think it will really, really help you, and don't feel like, if you haven't connected with your guides before, or, if you're not a channel or a medium, just ask to be connected to him, and you'll find that you'll get kind of intuitive guidance, even if you don't hear him initially. Okay. Oh gosh, there's so many of you on here now. That's great. It's so good to see you live, and it doesn't happen very often, so I take those opportunities when I can. So we've had quite a lot of astrological stuff going on, and as you know, I'm an intuitive astrologer as well, and we recently had the full moon in Scorpio, which definitely pulled the rug, I felt, from our feet and showed us something really big in our life, which was emotional. And we did a really beautiful process on the moon event, which was what's under your rug, and it was really cool. And I might share it at some point on this YouTube channel. But essentially, we're really looking at that, and we're looking at this eclipse energy as well. So we were sandwiched in between the South Node eclipse and the North Node eclipse. And the South Node is obviously the past, and the North Node is our destiny. And so we're now pointing towards this. And the other thing that's happening is this last weekend was the Jupiter and Uranus conjunction. And it was in Taurus. And Taurus is very much, it's ruled by Venus, but it's very much about, we're looking at our money situation. We're looking at how safe we feel in the world. And I think that's one of the reasons why many people are feeling very overwhelmed, because the safety part, the rug, perhaps has been pulled from under your feet, and the money part is showing up because there's an imbalance in your frequency. So what that means is, and I do teach this, I really love this concept, which is the 3 pillars of abundance, which I talk about a lot in my groups, in my membership, and when I run masterclasses. And the 3 pillars of abundance, in fact, I ran a 3-day masterclass, which will be on the newsletter this weekend, if you're interested in purchasing it, because it was a 3 full-on 6-hour masterclass for over 3 days. And what we talked about was the first pillar is know thyself. The second is know that you're not on your own. And the third is know why you're here. And even if you're a little bit aligned to the 3 pillars of abundance, you will notice that opportunities start to come in for you, and the doors start to open. And perhaps you start to release a part of you that has been in fear for a long time. So when you are aligned to those 3 pillars of abundance, you actually feel so much more at ease in your life. So if you're interested in those replays, they will be on my newsletter. And if you're not on my newsletter, you can go over to my website, which is my name, susankennard.co.uk, and there's a free video course. So right on the front page, it says, put your email in, you get a free video course, which you might like, and it's called Awaken the Light Within. And there's also meditation on there as well, the Halls of Learning. So, you know, you're not just putting your email address in, you're actually getting something really valuable for your email address. And then you'll be on my list. When you're on my list, you'll be the first ones to get the acknowledgement of the 3 pillars of abundance, where you can actually purchase that and be part of it. And it was a really intense 3 days, deep transformative work. So yeah, you might enjoy that. So where am I going with this? So basically, when we are feeling that sense of overwhelm, we are living in the 3D reality. And essentially, you know, we're actually operating right now, and as a guide show it to me in my mind's eye, is we're kind of slap bang in the middle. So we've got the 3D old Earth, and we've got the 5th dimensional new Earth that we're creating. And the 4th dimension is what we're kind of like stepping into. What that is a part of us that is truly remembering who we are. Okay. But sometimes our foot dips in the water of the old Earth. And this is what I think is happening right now. Okay. So let's go on this journey. Let's access our higher self. I help you the best I possibly can to facilitate this meditation, and feel free to do it again, because it might just help you on a daily basis to release those fears and release the fact that you're not just a human being. You are very, very special, and you are a divine being of light choosing to be human. All right? Okay. So let's get on. Oh, and I will mention, because I've just noticed, Pat, thank you, Pat. Mercury has gone direct in Aries. So sometimes you might find with this that Aries is a fire sign, it's the first sign of the zodiac. So it might be that you're pushing forward with new things to do with communication. I definitely am. And you might also kind of feel that things will move forward a lot better now for you. Okay. All right. So let's come into, thank you, Pat, for that. Let's come into our heart space. I'm just going to create a sacred space with you. So let's take some deep breaths. Creator, all that is, it is commanded that you pull, clear, cancel and delete on all 4 levels and resolve on the history level for everyone here present and anyone listening after, to release any waywards, watchers, entities, attachments, thought forms, anything that does not serve us, and send it to pure unconditional love. 'Tis done. Okay, good. So what we're going to do is, in a moment, we're going to, if you keep your eyes closed and your hands on your heart, I'm going to open my eyes for the purpose of the video, but what I want you to do in a moment is to breathe in through your nose and hold for as long as you can. And I want you to do that 3 times. So it'll be in your own time. It will be, you'll breathe out when it's right for you. And when you do that, I want you to imagine that you're bringing down this incredible ball of light from the universe, which is your higher self. So bring it right the way down into your heart space and fill up the whole of your body. Okay. And then I'll come back in a moment. So I'm going to do this with you. So breathe in through your nose and hold, and do it 3 times. Okay. So you might be just at the end of your 3rd one. Take your time. And so just imagine that light within the whole of you. I'm really connecting into the silence and your higher self. Okay, good. So I want you to call in your guides around you. Just call your guides in around you. Good. Now I want you to place your hand on your heart. You already have it there. So just say, I remember who I am. I remember who I am. I remember who I am. And now take a really deep breath and just feel the sense of peace within your heart. And I want you to say, I'm fully aligned with my consciousness, mind, body, soul, freedom. And take a deep breath. And just feel yourself being a little bit more aligned. And now let's take some deep breaths where we hold once again. Breathe in through your nose and hold for as long as you can. And I want you just to listen to what your higher self wants to tell you. It could be that there's something you've been worrying about. And I want you just to ask, what do I need to know about this? Okay? Have a conversation with your higher self. And just come back. So have a think now about how you feel about a certain situation in life. Does it feel quite as difficult? Does it feel a little bit less? It's really important to connect with your higher self. And the way that I've just helped you and taught you how to do it is so simple that you could even do it if you're at work and you just go into the bathroom and you just take that one moment to yourself. You can ground your feet into an earth star and just bring that light through you. As you're doing that, you're remembering who you are in that moment. You can do it if you've got a busy family. Just go into the bathroom. And I'm saying this to you because I have 2 teenagers. They're not always at home, but quite often they are. And I had 2 babies to look after by myself a long time ago. And they followed me everywhere, including into the bathroom most of the time. But there's always a moment that you can find, okay? And even if you just take 2 seconds out of your day, the veil has got a lot thinner. The days are gone where we needed to necessarily sit in meditation for 20 minutes a day. It would be amazing if we could, but we don't need to. We can come into that space of our GPS in a moment. We don't have to think, I haven't got time to meditate. I haven't got time to sit down for myself. Or, as sometimes, and I used to do this, is fill my whole week with stuff to do. When you do that, you don't give yourself any time. You know, I'll make time to go for a walk on the beach with the dog. I'll make time to do my 5-minute frequency videos for you. I'll make time to have an Epsom salt bath. And I think it's really, really important to do that. But even if you have no time at all, when you go to bed at night, just connect in with that higher self. Or when you wake up in the morning, just before you get out of bed, connect in with that higher self and just say, I remember who I am. Why don't you try it for a few days? Maybe try it over this weekend and let me know how it went. Just to say, every morning when you wake up, I remember who I am. Okay? And let me know after the weekend how it went for you. Okay? And something that's just coming to me actually is that, do you think it would be helpful if I maybe recorded 21 days of healing and meditations for you, and you could use it on a daily basis? So for 3 weeks, you could use it again and again and again, but 21 days. Do you think that would be helpful? Because I can definitely create that. And would you like it in audio or in video? Let me know. I'm in the process of recording my video course, which goes with my book, actually. Let me show you. This is my book, Awaken the Light Within Your Heart, where I won a Hay House Writers Competition. And so I have actually got that on all formats, Audible as well. But I've decided to record it as a video course because in the back of the book, in the third section of the book, is a lot of processes. And so I decided to record them on video. So it's actually a video course, like a self-healing video course for you, with PDFs and workbooks and all sorts. So I thought that would be really helpful so that I can take you through the processes, I can do them with you, and we can also work together on the workbooks. So it'll be a self-learning, self-healing course. So I'm looking forward to that coming out very soon. And also my children's book, The Guardian Wings, the final illustrations, I'm choosing the colours, so the final pieces are happening with that. And so hopefully I'll have a publication date for The Guardian Wings very soon. So if you had a child, or you know anyone that has children, or you work in a school or something like that, then it might be a really good resource to help children remember who they are. It's a magical story, so it'll be fun to have it out in the world. So anything else I want to talk to you about? I don't think so. I think that's it for now. So have an amazing weekend. I hope you've enjoyed this process. Let me know in the comments what you experienced, and I'll see you very soon.